And this is developing as we speak because the name Carlo Ancelotti is trending at this moment on Twitter. I'm just wondering if Everton are going to be in the news soon, because we are hearing this lunchtime that Real Madrid are in talks with Ancelotti in an attempt to appoint him as their new manager.
Yep.
They want him, they're after him, and they want to confirm that they've got him. It's as strong as that, from what we understand.
Yep.
There is no agreement signed yet, Simon, and of course, as you know, and as I know, he's under contract with Everton.
Yes.
But Real Madrid, who have had him before, where he won the Champions League, the Copa del Rey, the Super Cup, and the Club World Cup, they want him again.
Yep.
Now, you've had reservations about Ancelotti, haven't you?
No, I've had
in his time at Everton.
Yeah, not because I don't like him, and not because I don't like Everton, because I do like Everton very much, because I just wasn't sure about the fit. I wasn't sure about the motivations. I wasn't sure about a person whose career had spanned the heights of PSG, of Milan, of Real Madrid, of Bayern Munich, where his career was going. And I would have thought the lure to Everton would have been as much economic about what he could get for himself as it was about the project in hand. Now, his career at Madrid was incredibly successful at times because he's got the highest win rate of his career at Madrid.
Yeah.
But if you look at the 2 seasons that preceded his removal from Madrid, there were the times when Madrid finished outside the top 2 for the first time in many, many years in season 13-14, and then they finished second in 14-15, and they binned him the following season, and off he went to Bayern Munich. It's not the most creative of thinking because it's going back to something they know. And he isn't, at this moment in time, if you buy players on form, then surely you should hire managers on form, right? And Everton's form this year is to finish, 10th? 10th in the league, Everton. And Ancelotti was brought in to be able to build success. They've got beaten at home virtually every single week.
Oh, the tail end of the season was a disaster.
How is that a recipe to bring somebody back to arguably one of the biggest clubs in the world? If you buy players on form, surely you should hire managers on form.
Yeah.
And his form at this moment in time is patchy.
So if you're Farhad at the moment, would you be scrapping to keep him?
No. If he wants to go, let him go.
Yeah.
What's the point?
Yeah.
Well, you start convincing somebody to do you a favour and stay and do the job that they're engaged to in the first place, you're in a bit of a muddle because all of a sudden they've got all the balance of power, even more than they already have as the manager, and you're convincing them to do something they should want to do in the first place, which is honour their obligations. If he doesn't want to be there, the best thing that Fahad Mashiri can do, and he'll know it himself, is okay, fine, if we've got a clause in there that someone's got to pay for you, then we'll take some money out of you and we'll throw it at somebody who wants to be here.
Yeah. And just to reaffirm, this lunchtime coming out of Spain as well, Real Madrid, contrary to some reports, have had no direct contact with Antonio Conte or his representative. So it seems, no, forget Conte, Ancelotti's the one we want.
Well, what's more interesting is what Zidane said about his departure from Real Madrid when he talked about the fact that the board seemed to not have any faith in him.
Yeah.
And I guarantee that means they didn't want to throw a big bucket of money at the manager. Conte has left Inter Milan because he's being told that they want to restructure the cost implications of the business, and maybe Lukaku has to go and they've got to save 70 million quid. So Conte, if he's got the problem at Inter Milan, isn't going to jump from Inter Milan to another club that might not have a lot of dough. So that might find the mix. May not be the mix. Maybe Madrid have got lots of money, but not from what I'm understanding about Madrid. They haven't got lots of money at all. Neither have Barcelona. They might find the mechanism to be able to compete, but they were trying to sell Eden Hazard for 40 million quid the other day. That doesn't tell you they've got a lot of money, does it?
You think Conte would get the backing he would want at Tottenham, at Everton?
No chance.
No.
What, with respect to Conte, right? He's a serial winner, right? Why does he need to take a project? What's the project for him? What is he, philanthropic? He's going to go there and go, I really like Merseyside. I think I'll go to Everton and see what I can spin my wheels over there. He's just won Serie A with Inter Milan. Right? He goes and he causes chaos wherever he goes and he gets paid for it, but he wins.
Yeah.
What's he going to go to Everton for?
Yeah.
Not that I don't like Everton and not that I don't think Everton should be a successful club.
No.
But from Conte's fit, and do you know what? If you're Fahad Mashiri, isn't that a bag of trouble that you really don't want when you're trying to build the club?
You don't want that.
Maybe you do.
But clearly, Ancelotti, to be quite frank, Simon, has underachieved at Everton. Of that, there is no doubt, considering what they learned and what all the promise that he came with.
Well, undeniably, if you suggest in this league that Everton should finish 10th with that squad of players and with that manager, then you're away with yourself. Everton were at one point doing very well, and of course people were saying it was a forced position, and Dominic Calvert-Lewin was pulling up trees and being wonderful in every single game.
Yeah.
But you've got to think that with Ancelotti and with some of the signings that weren't available all the time, James Rodriguez and Gomez, that weren't necessarily his signings, but Gomez is a good player, that they would have done better than 10th.
For sure. Well, that is the news. Just to recap, the news coming out of Madrid this lunchtime is that Real Madrid in talks with Ancelotti, and they want him. They want him to be the next manager. They want him to succeed Zidane. No agreement as yet, but they are pushing for him. They've had no contact for Conte or with his people.
Jim White and Simon Jordan, Monday to Thursday morning, 10 till 1. On AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.